Hello friends, welcome back to DevOps Sync. In this video, we are going to talk about how to upload a file to AWS S3 from GitLab CI. So in this video, we are going to discuss how to upload a file from GitLab CLI to AWS S3. So firstly, you can see here, this is my repository with the name AWS CLI, and in my repository, I have few files. So this is Gradle project. And now you can see here, this is my article. So you can follow my article. So I will give this link in my description box. So you can check my description box. So now the first step is install GitLab Runner. So you can visit the official page of GitLab Runner to install latest version of GitLab Runner. So you can see here, this is the official page of GitLab Runner. And now we are going to install GitLab latest version of GitLab Runner. So the first step is add the official GitLab repository. For Ubuntu, you can see the command. You can see it's done. So clear the screen. And the next step is to install latest version of GitLab Runner here. So for Ubuntu, you can see the command. So I have already installed GitLab Runner. So now clear the screen. Now, if you want to check the details of your GitLab Runner, then simply run the command sudo GitLab Runner -- version. So you can see the details of your GitLab Runner. And now, if you want to check the status of your GitLab Runner, then run the command sudo GitLab Runner status. So you can see your service is running. Now clear the screen. Sorry. And let's check the next step. So the next step is add GitLab Runner and user in root. So firstly, run the command sudo vsudo. And here you can see user privilege specification. So here you need to add these two lines. So I have already added. So that's why you can see here the firstly GitLab Runner and the second is Ubuntu. For Ubuntu means that your user. So now save the file and exit. Then the next step is register GitLab Runner. So before register GitLab Runner, you need a repository. So you can see this is my repository AWS CLI. And now we are going to register GitLab Runner. So if you go to the official page of GitLab Runner and if you scroll down, you can see the fourth step, register runner. And here, if you scroll down, for Linux, you can see the command. Now we are going to register runner. Now here, you can see enter the GitLab instance URL, for example, like this. So for that, go to your repository, then settings, then CI CD. And here you can see the runners. So click on expand. And if you scroll down, here register the runner with this URL. So copy the URL and paste here. Now it will ask enter the registration token. So here the registration token. Now enter a description. So here I will assign my runner. Then enter tags. So DevOps. Then enter an executor. So here I will choose shell. Now register runner successfully. So clear the screen and let's check. And expand runner. Here you can see our runner. So sometimes they give us error. So the solution is click on edit and check indicates whether this runner can pick jobs without tag. And now save changes. So it's done. So let's check the next step. So the next step is install Java. So firstly, you need to update your system package. So it's done. Now we are going to install Java. So now you can see here it's done. So now clear the screen and let's check the version of our Java. So run the command java --- version. So you can see here 11.0.13. It's the latest version. Now clear the screen. And now the next step is install AWS CLI. So we are going to upload a file from GitLab CI to AWS S3. So now we need to install AWS CLI. For that, firstly, you need to update your system package. Then you can install AWS CLI. So I can say yes. Now it's done. Now clear the screen, and now let's check the AWS CLI version. So you can see here, this is the AWS CLI version. Now clear the screen, and now the next step is create new bucket in AWS. So now we need to create bucket because we are going to upload a file to AWS S3 from GitLab CI. So for that we need a bucket. So now here, if you go to the AWS console, so firstly you can search here S3. So if I search S3 here, so you can see here the option scalable storage in the cloud. So now click on S3. So here we are going to create new bucket. So you can see a dashboard of S3. So you can see the option create bucket. So click on create bucket. So here you can see bucket name must be unique and must not contain spaces or uppercase letters. So here I will enter API deploy example, and here choose the AWS region. So my region is AP South 1. Then object ownership, then block all public access, then bucket disable. So keep as it is, and now click on create bucket. So you can see our new bucket with the name API deploy example. Here you can see, and now it's done. You can see firstly go to the buckets. So click on bucket, then create bucket. So enter any unique name, then click on create bucket. Now it's done. Now the next step is create new user in AWS. So firstly click on I am user, or you can search from here also. And here you can see users. So click on users, and here we are going to create new user. And here you can see the option add user. So click on add user. And enter your username. So here I will enter GitLab. Then select AWS credentials type. So here I will choose access key. Then next. Then here choose attach existing policies directly and search for S3, and here I will choose Amazon S3 full access. Then next. So I don't want to add any tags, so click on next. So review once. Okay, now click on create user. So you can see our GitLab user successfully created. Now you can download that CSV file, and now the next step is we are going to add variables. You can see the steps to create user. Now next step is creating variables inside GitLab. So go to your GitLab account, click on settings, then go to CI CD, and here we need to add 3 variables here. So here you can see firstly S3 bucket. So here click on variables and click on expand, add variable. So firstly S3 bucket. So in S3 bucket, add your bucket name, that API deployment example. And now here you need to remove this protect variable flag and then add variable. Then the second variable is for access key, AWS access key ID. So now copy the access key ID, paste in value and remove protect variable flag and add variable. Then next variable is for AWS secret key. Copy the secret key, paste in value section, remove protect variable flag and add variable. Now it's done. You can see here in screenshot. So we need to remove this protect variable flag. Now we are going to create that our pipeline, GitLab CI pipeline. So now firstly go to a repository, files, and here you can see the plus icon. So click on plus icon, then new file. Here enter your pipeline name, that GitLab CI.yml file. Now firstly we need to understand this pipeline. So firstly here we are going to run only first stage, that means only one job, build. So now firstly we are going to run this only build job. So now here we have only one job with the name build, and here so you can say the image name OpenJDK, and in script Gradle build, and in artifacts you can say the path build libs.jar file. Now commit changes. Now let's check the pipeline. So you can see here pipeline failed. So let's check. So here you can see permission denied. So now, so the solution is, so firstly you need to git clone. So go to your repository. So firstly you need to clone your repository. Now copy the HTTP here. Run the command git clone and paste your HTTP clone. And enter your username, that DevOps hint, then password. Now ls, so you can see our repository name. And now here, firstly run the first step. Then using this command, give permission to this directory. And now run this update command. Now we are going to push code to our repository. So firstly run the command git add, then commit. Now git push. Enter your username, that DevOps hint, then password. Now let's check. So refresh the page. And scroll down. So you can see 43 seconds ago, and that our last commit update execute permission for Gradle view commit for this particular directory. So now let's check our pipeline. It's running. So you can see our pipeline is running. So wait for few seconds. So you can see the message job succeed. So let's check our jar file. So here, go to home, GitLab runner, then ls, then inside build, then this is your runner ID, your username, then this is your GitLab repository name. Now here you can see build. So then libs. So here you can see that our jar file, you can see here. Now here you can, now we are going to run our next second job, that deploy. Now we are going to deploy that our now we are going to deploy a file from GitLab CI to AWS S3. So for that, now firstly copy the deploy code, and now we are going to update our pipeline. Pipeline editor. And now here we are going to update our pipeline. So here we are going to add one more job, deploy. So firstly you can see a deploy stage. So this is the image name, and in script here AWS configure set region. So region, that my region is AP South 1, and then AWS S3, and here you need to enter this path. And then jar file. So this is my jar file. And you can see here in S3 bucket. So we are as you remember, we have added in our variable S3 bucket, that our bucket name. So now that's our deploy stage. Now click on commit changes, and let's check our pipeline. Now you can see here our first job is running, build. So it's passed. Now our second job deploy is running. Unknown option API deploy example. API deploy example. Let's check the pipeline. Pipeline editor. So let's check. So here jar and now S3 bucket. Okay, now commit changes. Wait. Pipeline editor. I think here I have added extra space. That's why they give us error here. Now commit changes. Now let's check the pipeline. So you can see our first job build is running. So wait for few seconds. So you can see it's passed. Now deploy stage running. So let's check. So you can see here jobs succeed. So now let's check in our bucket. So firstly refresh the page. And now in our bucket with the name API deploy example, let's check our jar file is file uploaded or not. So click on API deploy example, that means our bucket. And here you can see that our jar file with the name AWS snapshot.jar. That means it's successfully uploaded. So in this video, we have learned how to upload a file to AWS S3 from GitLab CI. So thank you for watching our video. I hope you like the video and it's helpful to you. So please like, share and subscribe our DevOps channel.